What's up, dudes, dudettes? It is time to kick off this weekend. Black and gold, go Hawkeyes. Kale, yeah. Literally, Kale, yeah, because his name's Kale. How about that? Perfect fit for the Dude Network thing. But we got a good one tonight. Me and Johnsy. Here, I'm a fan of Alone. So here's the situation. Johns and I got selected for Alone. More likely for him than not for me. But we get to pick 10 items. What 10 items are we going to take with us? We got the list of Alone. So stick around with us as we tune in to try to figure out what 10 items we want. I'll shut up now. Let's go.
Welcome to the Dude Network, where we chill and unwind. Food, sports, entertainment, the best of its kind. Grab your buddies, have a seat, let's have a good time. 4 nights a week, we'll make sure you feel just fine. Join us as we dive into the coolest trends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Dude Network, where the fun never ends. Hanging out with the dudes and dudettes. Talking about the things we love, no regrets. Tune in, relax, and let the good vibe flow. The Dude Network, the place to go.
Heidi ho!
Oh,
That's back.
oh, oops.
How are we doing?
Oh, hey,
Oh.
nice sweatshirt.
Hey, nice t-shirt. Coming up in a couple weeks, man.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? We literally
Yeah.
have college football within a couple weeks. And we have the NFL season opener in 3. I watched the Browns preseason, and I was like a kid in a candy store.
How did it go?
It looked good.
Oh,
But
that's good.
In the preseason for Browns, sometimes that's about as good as it gets, but we're living high on the hog today.
Oh,
But hey, we talked about in the intro. We both like the outdoors. Now,
I love the show Alone.
I love Alone.
Yeah, I've watched. Well, there's a lot I need to catch
I
up.
feel I've learned of what not to do on that show, and I'm very judgmental while I eat my pizza. So, I am Mr. I love calories while I'm watching them have 5 calories for the whole day. So from their saliva.
That's so wild. But
Yeah. So anyway, well, we've seen enough of them. I think that
yeah,
I just thought
seen a lot of
we're
that.
both fans of the show, so let's pick our 10 survival items because there's some that people forget about.
So there's a freebie list that you can pick stuff from that you get that they're free. Doesn't count towards your 10 items.
And some of them,
that's like the sat phone,
like a toothbrush.
Yeah, tarp. Hold on, let me pull it up.
It's
like multiple layers of clothing, a t-shirt, thermal underwear, wool fleece socks, sweaters, pants, including waterproof, insulated Parker jacket, gaiters, wool socks, about 6 pairs, gloves, hats, scarf, or neck gaiter.
And that wool 6 pairs actually a big deal.
Dude, that's quite a
because
bit.
I've seen some people man, I opened up my last new pair of socks today. I've been saving it for a rough day. And they were having lost a rabbit. And they put on new socks.
Eyeglasses with prescription proof.
And that's actually, if you have good enough glass, you could get some glasses that are.
I mean, if
you go to your doctor and be like, "Hey, I want these to be able to set stuff on fire."
A personal photo, 4x6, single-sided. You can't print on both sides. Double up.
That's just the savage. You can only do a single-sided photo.
And a toothbrush, like you said. And then there's safety filming gear, the camera equipment, batteries, backpack, first aid kit,
trail cams. They get trail
GPS
cams.
tracker, right? Signal flare, mirror, bear spray or air horn, emergency personal flotation, and possibly a tarp or other protective item.
But they're not allowed to use the flotation. You never see them using so they must not be allowed to use the flotation device to catch fish.
Well, it's like a life jacket, personal.
But then you never see a single person wear one. I need to cross this. I hate to use it, but I got to use it because I got to get over to the other side.
There's probably certain specifications.
There's got to be some rules. There's got to be some gray area.
So then,
because I would be that dude that would find the shallowest spot, and I would just be like, well, if I go upstream and just kind of slowly kick my legs on my back, I can just not burn any calories and get to the other side.
And most of the places I was,
that easy.
You'd be
that easy.
And that's why Tony wouldn't survive.
No, I would not. Now, would you do alone?
Huh?
Would you do alone?
By myself, no.
Yeah.
But when they had that the duos one,
that would be cool.
If I would have done that with Pops, dude, we would have just lived out there. It would have been no thing. As long as we could get together, it'd be game over.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know who I would even. Oh, probably you. You'd probably be the only one I would go out with.
The only thing is I wouldn't be able to deal with it that long by myself at nights.
Yeah, the lack of like
during the day when you keep yourself busy, like trying to get food, improving your shelter, all that stuff, I would be okay most of the time. But then when it was time to, especially like when they were in Patagonia or way up north, like it would get dark real early.
Yeah.
In the winters, and so you're just like
3 p.m. to like
11
a.m.
Right,
yeah, there's like 4 hours of daylight, of good daylight.
Yeah, that would start wearing on my mental capacities.
I see some of them make like chess pieces and games with dice and musical instruments and stuff, but even that would get I would be the best whittler of wood of all time.
Yeah, but then once you've whittled a few things, it's like, oh, okay.
I would just get really ornate. I don't know. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. I would never be on it anyway. So
here is
what
the list of items that we would get to choose from.
Right. And I'm going to use.
They must be chosen from a pre-approved list. Contestants can choose exactly 10 additional survival items from a set list. These are their only tools beyond the standard kit. So, shelter and bedding, ground tarp cover.
So those are things you have to take?
No, this is extras. This is what you can choose.
That you can take with you?
Yes. These are lists of 10 items you can select.
If you pick any of the ones following, it counts as one of your 10.
Yes. So all the stuff above was the freebies. Every item I read counts as one. So a ground tarp or cover, 8mm climbing rope. So that's as thick as you can bring. 550 paracord, has to be non-reflective. 3mm cotton cord, sleeping bag, bivy bag, sleeping pad, hammock, bar of soap, toothpaste, flannel, dental floss, shower soap, bar, towel, comb, razor.
And you can pick 10 of those.
No, you can.
That's just the eligible items you can
pick
pick from.
If you wanted to pick all of your 10 extras from that one, you could. And then cooking and food acquisition. So that was for shelter, personal items, bedding, hygiene. Fishing line and hooks. 300 yards of line and 25 hooks is about like the
300 yards of fishing line is a lot of fishing line.
Right. Especially if you're doing little hand lines or little traps. The 25 hooks could be an issue depending
But now there's a flaw with that. You can either go with 25 regular hooks or if you go with treble hooks, those count as 3.
No, I don't think.
That's what they said on the last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last one on the last one.
It's wild. Yeah. Primitive bow plus 9 arrows, a gill net, foraging net, trapping wire, slingshots and balls, emergency rations, salt block, pot.
You can get emergency rations.
Yeah, that's
as one of the items. No one's ever went with it.
Why not? That's crazy.
Man, you would think you make it a rule like I don't touch this till day 100.
Yeah, or
where you can get like all your calories deep in the game.
Right. That's crazy.
That is wild, man.
2-quart pot, frying pan, enamel bowl, spoon, flint, ferro rod, and then tools and crafting miscellaneous. Pocket knife, around 4 inches. Honey knife, 6 to 10 inches. A multi-tool, sharpening stone, duck or electrical tape. Small shovel, sewing kit, carabiner, LED flashlight, or headlamp, which a lot of people have the headlamp.
Gotta
Saw,
have the headlamp.
machete, axe.
Now this is an important decision there.
Adze? I don't know what that is.
Oh, we probably don't need it.
ADZE. Find out.
ADZE.
Oh, it's like it's a hook hammer thing for like carving out stuff.
Like you could cut into like a bank and make a hobbit hole with it, essentially.
Or whittle out a canoe from a log. Anyway, I don't. No wonder we haven't seen that.
Yeah, I'm not making a canoe.
A hose, max 50 feet, 1 inch diameter. Notable stats and insights from contestant. Contestant must choose exactly 10 items from the approved list, and typically only up to 2 can be food items. So like rations or salt, that'd be it.
And I'm not getting salt.
But here's the cool based on an analysis of winners and runner-ups. All finalists chose sleeping bag, ferro rod, saw, and axe. Other frequently picked items from top performers: cooking pot, fishing kit, wire, multi-tool pair. I shouldn't be reading these before we pick ours. Well, here's the deal. 10. Okay, for me. I would take... Man.
I'm telling you right now, like, I'm not going on alone without a fishing rod.
You can't take a rod.
I mean, like, without fishing line.
Right, so I'm going to start
like
at the
fishing
bottom.
kit.
I'm going to start at the bottom and the tools and stuff. I'm not going to bring a pocket knife. I'm going to go for the 6 to 10 inch hunting knife.
I feel like you could
find a sharpening stone, so don't need that.
And I also feel you could find like a sharp enough like rock to serve as a pocket knife.
Yeah, and then anything else beyond that, I would just whittle or try and handcraft some tools that I need. That's what I'm going with right now. Obviously, you got to have headlamp.
I think I would have this. Okay, so.
And then definitely fishing hooks, definitely a bow and arrow.
You got to start with your 10 fingers and go from there.
I'm adding instead of subtracting.
Okay, so you're at what, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just do the same.
I'm definitely taking the emergency rations.
Damn, he's the first one in show history to take rations.
I would take the 2-quart pot, a frying pan, and a bowl.
Yeah. You can do pots.
Obviously, a ferro rod to start fires.
I'm trying to make soups every night, man.
A ground tarp.
Gotta have
paracord. And a sleeping bag, bro. I think that's what I'd take. I think I'd be all right.
Okay, man.
I
feel like you did really good. Okay, so
you have to understand. I backpacked and built shelters and slept in them. And
I know it was like way too easy. You should win. You should just do it.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like if me and my dad got to do it, we would have walked home with 500,000 for sure.
Reggie would regulate some bears out there.
I would just listen to everything my dad said, 100%.
Yeah. Sure.
I'd be like, yeah. I mean, I would.
I feel in that situation,
know what to do, but
you personally have to be willing to be submissive.
No, because
if you want to go in, like I'm going to run the show, like that's probably not going to work. But if you're willing to be like,
oh yeah, no. Plus, my dad has been more. He has more experience in the outdoors.
Yeah,
and we would just. Yeah, we would thrive.
I remember when they did that tandem, it was 2 like cousins or brothers that just literally fought and argued the whole time. I think they literally got into a wrestling match at one point. I think they like ate like snails and eels and stuff.
Yeah, see that's where we would.
But they found a food source.
That's where we would have an issue.
Yeah,
it's because Pops can eat anything, and Johnsy cannot.
If you're hungry enough, you'll figure it out.
I mean, I would figure it out.
Yeah, you'd be like
anything. Here's the deal.
You would like eat it with pine needles.
Because here's the deal: anything could be boiled down into like a pine needle tea, and then I just slam it.
Yeah,
and I'm getting all the nutrients. That's how I'd have to do everything, I believe.
All right, so tarp, sleeping bag, pot. axe, saw.
Ooh. No, I'd make an axe. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, if you had the big knife though, you could use that as like a.
Well, see, here's the then you think about it like this. Like the reason I didn't say axe is because I would build a shelter with a fire pit that would sustain the heat and cooking off of splints of wood like this big, so that I could cut them with a knife.
Right.
You just think like that immediately.
Or if you get the big thick like spine on it, you could like tap tap tap.
Yeah, but you can also like get it into certain ways. You could chip a rock and then use that as like a splitting maul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's tons of stuff.
If you have that much time on your hands,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All you do is long. That's the biggest thing. Is like at least again. This
so
is
what
from
are some of the?
This is from an outsider's perspective. I don't. You know, I've never been in an actual survival.
Okay, so
like
I want
that.
the fishing line and hooks.
Oh yeah, sorry, you need that.
And the bow and arrow.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
Got to have both them. Paracord, because you can make a gill net out of paracord.
That's exactly why I didn't say gill net. You just take it apart and start using.
That's what I've seen everyone else do.
And you have infinite cordage.
Yes,
from your
because you can do it because it's like quadruple, like it's like 6. Or
yeah,
7.
I can't remember 11.
Yeah.
There's like an 11.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. All right, so I still
16,
got.
I can't remember.
Man, I feel like I'm.
But why not go with the emergency rash? The only people I've seen have to get pulled out because they've lost too much weight or this and that. So if you can tell yourself like losing a lot of weight off of just then you
ferro rod.
Yeah, you have to.
Did you get the ferro rod?
Yeah, you can't go in any of those environments just expecting to be able to. I mean, I've started fires like this in other ways and stuff, but
I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere cold, so flannel. Take the extra layer in the winter. That'd be my 10. It's not bad.
I don't think so.
The only thing, because there was one thing I never wanted to do that never made sense, was the snare lines. Because I was like, man, you're really like running yourself through it. You could roll an ankle, like, and then like after so long,
I've just
like the alpha predator of the area always ends up raiding.
I've never seen him productive.
I've seen him productive, but it was like literally a rabbit. And I'm like, man, I feel like you're doing a lot.
I would sit there instead of like if I had the wire, instead of using it for a snare trap, I would use it for. I have done tons of trap research, and my whole deal, depending on where I was at, I would immediately try, not expending tons of energy doing it, but I would immediately try to source out the biggest game there.
Yeah.
Like there was the one guy who won and he struggled with it. He killed a moose, but the wolverines kept eating his fat. So he was starving to death because he didn't have fat with like 400 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
Because you have to
and then he ended up catching all these fish through the ice.
Like, yeah, and he got enough fat and he won.
Yeah.
And he won. So, and here's the other thing.
And he also killed the wolverine.
Yeah, that kept getting his stuff. See, and the whole other thing is like, if I was on a duos, then depending on where I was, you have one person like procuring food not far away. Like you got to be very tactical about how you do stuff. But then someone is, as long as you work every single day to improve your situation, then you should be able to maintain a pretty positive vibe, is provided you're getting calories, making sure you stay hydrated, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, the only thing that is I really didn't get like a knife to gut the fish on my 10.
Nope.
That would be a little bit.
Now see,
that would be tricky.
And when you
with the machete.
When you went on duos, each person didn't get 10.
It was 10 total.
10 total as a team. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is no big deal,
right?
Man, I tell you what, I actually
see. You went for the axe over the knife.
I would probably go. I don't think if you have a saw, you don't need the axe.
You went with a saw and an axe?
I did.
Wow.
Because it said the Linters had those combined. I'm like, well, that makes sense because then it kind of. But I'm like, man, you could cut your logs for split. Yeah, the axe is used to split the wood.
Ooh, but a saw would be
Man,
a lot.
But the thing is, I don't know of one of those things that I could really. The flannel maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know what you need the flannel for because you already got extra layers of stuff.
Yeah, if you have adequate. If they give you adequate clothing, if they give you adequate clothing, then yeah, I would deal with the flannel, and I would get the knife. Final answer. So I'd have a knife, axe, and saw.
Well, you're not eating my emergency rations when you lose too much weight. I mean,
no, you'll be eating my moose because I'll have all this time to go kill. I'll set my gill net, then I'll climb up to the tallest ridge, and I'll shoot that moose.
Dude, I would love to see the shelter that you came up with. I would love to see.
That's another show because I have. That's the other thing too. Is like, would you do the shelter first or second?
Oh, I would immediately. Well, first you find, like, you, at least based off everything I've seen, they walk, and then they drop them off somewhere, and then you hike around and you find the best place to put your shelter where it's out of exposure, not on a game trail necessarily, but you might want to be close to one depending on what's in the area. And you got to be close to a water source, fresh water source, obviously.
Yeah, water's number one. But I think I would have like a 20-day shelter strategy where I have 20 steps every day. I get this step done because the first couple days when I have the most energy, that's when I'm going for my big game.
Well, see, I would build a shelter that would keep me warm and with minimal effort. Yeah. But then that would become the bedroom. And then I'd build another little front off that for like kitchen, but I'm never sacrificing waiting to build this.
You know what no one's ever done? A smokehouse in the shelter.
They've just smoked stuff in the shelter, yeah.
Yeah. But think if you had that much time.
That's what I'm saying. Because I've seen people,
would we win?
Who knows? I've seen people once they get to a routine of comfortability and like kind of making it, then they just kind of and stay status quo. Nah, nope. You just have to continually improving upon your situation.
Whoa, my bad. I was trying to transition.
Yeah.
And that was a bad.
Yeah. That's why I got this. I mean,
I didn't know.
What are you
I was going to tie the timing up.
You never do it.
Saturday, 9:00. Top one-hit wonders of the 90s. Let's go.
Let's do this.
See you on the other side.